In the Puritan community of Salem, Massachusetts, government and religion and life were all linked together. You might think of Salem, Massachusetts first when you hear about witch hunts, but they occurred in other places. Between the 14th and 17th century, we see them happen, particularly in Europe. The countries of Germany, France, Switzerland, and Italy held the most. We also see witch hunts in Spanish America, and then finally the hysteria comes to a head in Salem, Massachusetts in 1692. Boyer and Nissenbaum were historians who compiled over 140 verbatim court transcripts about the cases that happened in Salem, Massachusetts. You can read these in full and see such evidence as she turned my neighbor into a cat, she made my husband sick, or she used a doll to poison my water as evidence for someone being a witch. While all of the evidence was hearsay for the most part, there were people who were executed based on such evidence. Historians have a variety of theories as to why the Salem witch hysteria reached its peak. Some say that there was actual superstition or a belief that witchcraft was real and they wanted to root it out of their community. Political tension is another possible cause due to events in England, poor local leadership, and raids by French and Native Americans, making the community feel vulnerable. This could possibly have been a mischievous prank by young girls, posit some historians. They were bored and needed something to do. It's also possible that discrimination, lack of women's rights, and jealousy or aggression against a neighbor, for which we do see other evidence in analogous documents, could be the cause. Illness, especially nervous disorders, could account for some of the physical manifestations that were brought up in court. And my favorite theory is that it could have been ergot poisoning from the bread supply. Ergot is a type of fungus that when it gets baked into bread produces hallucinogenic properties. So why is this important? The witchcraft hunts didn't just happen in America, and it shows how inextricably linked religion and government and life were in Massachusetts and other Puritan colonies.